Hey folks, Happy New Year. Aaron here from Aaron's Practical Reviews, and I want to go over something here. I've had the T7i for a year and a half, and I've had the 6D Mark II, which I'm filming on right now, for about a month. And I've come to one huge conclusion between these two cameras, and that is that the T7i is more useful for more people than the 6D Mark II. And I've got 7 reasons why that I could come up with, and they're fairly important. So let's get right into it. Okay, reason number 1, right off the bat. The T7i, which I'm holding right here, has got a flash that the 6D Mark II does not have. I actually did not know that going in, and that is actually a pretty important thing. You don't know how important the flash is until you need it, and then when you try to use it and it's not there, which I probably should have known that going into buying the 6D Mark II, but I didn't. Not a deal breaker, but I didn't know. So reason number 1 is this does have the flash built in, and that does not. So you have to buy an external flash. Okay. Reason number 2, and this was important also, something that I wasn't sure about, that I had to research actually before I bought the 6D Mark II, and that is that the EF-S lenses do not work on an EF mount. However, the EF lenses do work on an EF-S mount. So the T7i is compatible with all of the Canon lenses, the EF and EF-S. Now it's not compatible with the M, so I guess that statement's wrong. It's not compatible with all of the lenses, but it's compatible with all of the EF and EF-S lenses. So I could use all of my Canon lenses that I own with the T7i. However, I can only use the EF lenses with the 6D Mark II, which is a big deal. Which if you're new to photography and you're getting involved here, you'll start to notice that the EF lenses, the price range goes way up, and it's nice that this camera, the T7i, is more compatible with more lenses. Okay, so reason number 3 is that this camera actually has more modes on it that are geared for beginners, and they're fairly useful. Some of them are crap, let's be honest, but some of them are actually pretty useful. Like movie mode. Movie mode on this thing is extremely useful. It's pretty cool too. It gives you the lines on the bottom, like the cinematic look. So this is the movie mode. Old movie mode, I apologize, I've said movie mode like 5 times. This is old movie mode, and the key here, in my opinion, is to take that filter strength all the way down to the lowest setting. That way you don't have those silly lines, but you still have a decent video quality here. I don't think you can make any adjustments to the color. I couldn't find out how to like brighten it up or to punch it up a little, because it is called old movie mode, and I don't think there's anything else that gives you the cinematic bars up on the top and the bottom. But honestly, it's pretty cool, I think. It's got different filters in it. It's got a whole bunch of different modes and things that the 6D just doesn't have. So again, just another feature that this has that the 6D Mark II does not have, that gives you more options with this camera right out of the box. So, and again, like I said, I believe this is more useful to more people. It's not a better camera, but more people are going to find more things to use on here. There's a huge distinction between that, between better and more useful. So the 4th reason why I think this is more useful to more people is because it's literally half the price, and for half the price it actually comes with a lens attached. Now this is not the lens it comes with. This is the 24mm f2.8, an awesome lens, and go figure, this is an EF-S lens, so this lens actually is one of those lenses that I'm talking about. It won't work on the 6D Mark II, but on this, on the EF-S, on the T7i and a crop sensor, this is a wonderful lens for 120 bucks. So for example, I could buy this package with the kit lens and still buy this lens and another couple other lenses, and it would all be cheaper than buying the 6D Mark II. So that is definitely more useful. to more people, to get more lenses. The more that you'll quickly start to see, if you get into this, into DSLRs, mirrorless, whatever, interchangeable lens cameras, that you're going to want a lot of lenses. And the more money you spend on the camera body means the less lenses you can buy for the camera. And ultimately it's going to boil down to your lenses, which you'll see. Now, reason number 5 is that it is much smaller. This camera is actually, it may not look a lot smaller, but it is. It's a lot smaller in your hand, it's a lot smaller in the bag, and it's just in general a lot smaller. So it's more transportable. If you have smaller hands, it's a lot easier to hold. Now if you have huge hands, it might be the opposite, but for most people it's a lot different. It's just a different feel, and it's just smaller, more easier to transport, easier to take on vacation, stuff like that. And that is important, which you'll find as you start to accumulate lenses and stuff. You want the camera body to be fairly small most of the time, especially when you're starting out, because as you evolve into it, you'll get bigger bags that'll hold all sorts of room, but the smaller bags are great. Okay, so those are 5 reasons that I believe that this is more useful to more people. Like I said, I don't believe it's better. I actually believe that in auto mode, if you're going to shoot in auto mode, you're not going to see a big difference in quality. So if you're in auto mode, reason number 6, if you shoot in auto mode, you are not going to see a big difference in quality. However, if you shoot in manual mode, you can customize some settings to where you will see a huge advantage with a full frame camera with the 6D Mark II. So that's the 6th reason. The 7th reason is the overall experience with this, the button layout, the usability factor. This is so simple. I mean, the 6D Mark II is fairly simple too, but this is just so simple to use. And as a beginner, it's really important for it to be simple so you can use it and take advantage of how easy it is off the bat. Because the less thinking you do, the less stressful it is, the more you're going to use it. And I say this in all my reviews on this thing, that the less stress, the less time you're wasting stressing over something, the more time you can actually use for making videos or put into your photography, put into the craft versus learning the equipment. So extremely easy. The button layout is extremely easy, simple. You're not gonna get all hung up on all the buttons and all that. And if you do, watch my reviews. But no, this is very simple stuff. I can get better results with the 6D Mark II, but it took me 1.5 years to get there. So out of the box, out of the gate, I would definitely say I would stay with here. Start here is a great starting point again. And that's it. That's why I believe that the T7i is a more useful camera out of the box than the 6D Mark II. So that's it. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a wonderful new year and be safe out there.